You have $152,027 in bad debt. That is a number that just shouldn't even be considered for someone your age.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking about the worst case scenario.
What, bankruptcy?
Yeah.
That'd be really tough to go through at 25. And the student loans are the biggest part of it. And even if you went through bankruptcy, you're not getting rid of that. So total debt for you, $379,000.
Does that include the student loan?
Yes. Didn't you just go through bankruptcy a few years ago?
About 7 years ago, yeah.
And you're in this much debt already again.
Yeah. I wanted to be on the show because there are people that are in the same situation as me, the same age. Yeah. It doesn't always happen to the younger generations.
No.
I'm so glad he said this. Because this means that it's not an age thing, it's a mindset thing. And in this video, we're going to watch and react to multiple clips of how people got into debt. Now, I wish they broke it down on this video, but these next videos, they're actually breaking down what they bought, how they got into debt. You want to stay tuned for this whole entire video because these stories are insane and they need to be heard. And they need to be heard by people who aren't as enlightened when it comes down to credit. So share this with your friends who you think may need a little bit more financial discipline. Let's continue.
I think bankruptcy will be in your future because there will be no other choice.
How's it nothing for me?
Because you have $500,400 in terrible credit card debt, $2,697 in terrible credit card debt. You have car debt. You have a rent that is 60% of your income. I don't see anything but full red flag disaster in the future, unfortunately.
Now, one of the things about rent that I will say is when it comes down to chopping your expenses down and living below your means, I would attack rent immediately. I'm not just speaking out the side of my neck. I literally moved back in. I have people that I live with and I split rent with now. My rent used to be close towards $2,000 a month, fell on some financial hard times, wasn't saving, wasn't investing. I went back into the 9-to-5 corporate industry. I worked in tech, got my money up, started making money on YouTube and paying a fraction. My rent is like $400 now, $400 a month. All right. But I had to let go of my ego. Okay. So I do live with people. All right. But when it comes down to rent, it is one of the most expensive bills that we see on people's balance sheet or what we see on these TikTok videos. If you just cut your rent in half and it's $2,000 a month, you're saving an extra $1,000. $1,000. Where else are you going to come up with an extra $1,000 that quick? I would decrease my living expenses and increase my money. That means work more. If the quickest way for you to earn more money is the DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, whatever, do it. My way, I did the DoorDash. I did the ride sharing until I monetized my YouTube channel. By the way, shameless plug. If you guys are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel, join the Cashflow Creators Club. The link is in the description down below. We're almost at $400 a month, just this month alone in passive income because we monetize a YouTube channel. It's easy money, man. You just got to be consistent with it. Join down below Cashflow's Creators Club if you are interested.
I'm not going to lie. I don't let people tell me where I need to be. I'm going to tell myself where I'm going to be.
You're going to go through the divorce, and this bankruptcy can have a very similar emotional toll. I cannot think of a true, actual path forward, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. And I cannot stomach the idea of recommending bankruptcy, especially with all you've already gone through. You can't work more hours. You can't get loans to consolidate.
Yeah, my fear is how it affects my job.
What, bankruptcy?
Yeah. I know, like, working in law enforcement, there are some financial ties and stuff, so I don't know.
Because
you have $152,027 in bad debt. That is a number that just shouldn't even be.
I thought it would be funny to show y'all how much debt I've racked up since getting fired in September and being unemployed for the last 9 months. It's pretty bad. I only have 3 cards and I've maxed out majority of them. So here's one credit card. Here's my second, which is maxed out and actually over, interestingly enough. Same for this one. Yep. That's me. Meaning that's a whopping $11,600.
How you getting $11,000 worth of credit card debt? What are you buying? See what the comment section has to say on this one, y'all. How do y'all keep getting approved for more cards? Facts. I'll never use a credit card if I can't pay it back. This is one of the biggest mistakes we see people make. They make their credit card literally and use it every single week or day or whatever, and they don't plan on paying the whole thing off before the end of the month or before their their statement balance comes out. And this allows people to feel comfortable because all they feel as though is they need to make the minimum payment. The banks are getting free money off of y'all because you don't want to pay what you use. This terrible money management, man. It's just when you use your credit card, use it as if you're willing to pay it off before the next statement comes out. If you're not willing to use it that way, I wouldn't use it at all. Because now you're overspending. You're using money you don't even have, and now you're going to get charged more money because you didn't have it. It's a never-ending loop.
Way more people are in credit card debt than you can even fathom, and I'm talking large amounts of debt. Next time you feel really bad about not being able to attend a festival or have some sort of experience or have a luxury item because you don't have the money, just remember that most of these people that you know are borrowing money to get it, okay? Once upon a time in college, I lived in this huge shared living situation, which was a total fucking nightmare, okay? There were like 1 million people in the house, and I'm not even exaggerating. And there was this one girl I lived with that would literally travel out of the country to go to concerts multiple times a month, and she would like always get barricade, and she always had these huge shopping hauls and generally like really expensive beauty products and clothes, and like it was actually insane. And I remember moving in and thinking like, how is she affording this shit? Like specifically all the international flights and concerts, and sometimes there wasn't even a concert. She would just be like, I'm gonna go to Europe for a few days. And I was like, okay. But then other people in the house informed me that like she was actually in $30,000 of credit card debt and she just didn't give a fuck. And one time I talked to her about it and she was like, my parents have declared bankruptcy 5 times. Like money isn't real. I was like, okay, bro. I forgot to add that one time people from the local court or one of the local courts pulled up in the parking lot of our house and served her these papers because Discover, like the credit card company Discover, was going after her for all this money she owed that she hadn't paid back like months ago. And I remember talking to her about this money because she would bring it up frequently, like in the house when I was like cooking in the kitchen or whatever, being like, yeah, it was like $1,200.
Money isn't real is crazy. Now, money is a representation of value, but it's something you got to pay back. I think it's pretty real. I mean, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Anyways, did we have another clip? No, we didn't have another clip. Dang, I thought we had another clip. I wanted to elaborate on the next one. But anyways, watch the next clip. All right, I'll see you guys in that next one. I'm out. Subscribe if you like the content. Join the Cashflow Creators Club if you are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's get it.